What's happening, good people? How we doing? How we doing on this Monday morning? This is Bajillion 130. I don't know. I think I may have said that on the last one. But anyways, without further ado, we're going to put on some music here. The Bajillion track. Let's turn it down a little bit. All right. Okay. This is chapter 6, y'all. We're starting chapter 6. This is Bajillion 130. As you can see, I'm on page I'm on page 57 of 103 right now. And this is, the word count is 26,686. Very interesting weekend. Got a lot done. I built some soil. Don't have any video footage of it yet. I'm not worried about making videos about how I make compost and soil and how I grow stuff right now, because I really want to get more proficient at it before I start doing that. But you know, I do have some videos out there. Anyways, let's get back to it, man. Listen, I don't have any coffee in my system. This is my first cup of coffee, and I took about 2 or 3 sips out of this so far, so I may just pause the video and come back, but we'll see what happens here. Hold on. Y'all hold tight. Okay. Chapter 6. After the short but uncanny embrace, Fred gave the peace sign, adjusted his fedora so that the back was angled farther up, then walked toward the cooler to retrieve another beer. Okay. Just gonna keep going. Turn it down a little bit more, a little bit. I was feeling pretty good Saturday, y'all. Well, I have 0 views on that video. I have 0 views on the Saturday video. That's okay. That's okay. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. I just posted the Saturday video. So the video I'm talking about is 128. I have 0 views on it. But anyways, after a short but uncanny embrace, Fred gave the peace sign, adjusted his fedora so that the back was angled farther up. Why would he do that? I'm trying to figure out whether that's pointless to even say. Oh my God, my stomach is just trying to sing along with the beat. My stomach is trying to freestyle this morning. After the short but uncanny embrace, Fred gave the peace sign, adjusted his fedora so that the back was angled farther up, then walked toward the cooler to retrieve another beer. Suge, now visibly shaken, looked at his granddaughter before saying, "Baby, please don't ever be like your daddy." "I won't," she replied. I got a note over here. Come back to the drink. Make it apparent that it is having an effect. Also bring back the imp. Okay, baby. Now you know I ain't got no other choice but to believe you. When it was officially time to chow down, there wasn't a lot of talking. The food was too good. No, I'm not gonna. It's kind of corny now. The food was too good. Someone had managed to say between chomping down on the steaming fried chicken leg. I did this. This food is too good. This food is too good. This food is too good, someone exclaimed while chomping down on the steaming fried chicken. Other than the occasional belch before an excuse me and other subtle sounds of satisfaction, Al Green was playing at a moderate level on the colorful flashing speakers. The night was special in that Suge was the birthday boy. He was with good friends and family. After the fulfilling meal, Edna brought over the beautifully dressed jelly cake, Suge's favorite, and courtesy of Miss Thomasina Moore, a childhood friend of Suge. Though Suge had turned 88 and it looked to be 200 dancing candles, it only held 20 or so. A task that was nearly impossible when it came to lighting. Maybe a flashback here. Okay. Y'all, I bust my butt again on Saturday making that soil by myself. And I don't mind making it by myself. I really don't, because I know exactly what I'm doing. It's just going to take me a little bit longer. But I don't have to like watch over. If I have other people helping me out, I don't have to watch over everybody, because I made it for the first time. And I can tell you, I have things like sea kelp, peat moss, cocoa core, blood meal, bone meal, just a 444 organic fertilizer. What else do I have in it? I put perlite in it. I put vermiculite, and I put and I measured everything in gallons or half gallons or quarts, but everything was basically gallons and half gallons. So I put a gallon of red clay, because I've done some research on red clay, and it's not really clear on, whether it would be a good thing or bad thing to add red clay to a potting soil. But I did it because you see it here in the South everywhere. Red clay, the darker the better, I feel. Tupac said the darker the better, the sweeter the juice. So I said, well, let me get the darkest red clay. I'm going to put that in there and see what it does. I put some beach sand in it from Folly Beach. Just a half a gallon. And one batch is about 16 gallons total of all of these things. If you add all these things up, I came out to 16 gallons. I put a gallon of native soil, just soil off the ground, because you have microorganisms in that. I put that in there. I did not put any, and worm castings. I put, how many, 1 gallon or 2 gallons of worm castings, natural, homemade worm castings. So I get the idea that this is going to be a super soil, like a soil that, you know, this part of the world, or this in my circle, I know for sure that this soil is something that we've never ever seen before. So, and I spent good money buying these ingredients. I spent good money. I won't say how much, but yeah, I spent good money buying these ingredients, and I got a lot left. So, and like I said, this is a prototype, so we're gonna keep on going. You're gonna keep making it better. The night was special in that Suge was the birthday boy. He was with good friends and family. I think that doesn't really. The night was special in that Suge was the birthday boy. He was with good friends and family. After the fulfilling meal, Edna brought over the beautifully dressed jelly cake, Suge's favorite, and courtesy of Miss Thomasina Moore. I gotta remember because I think I said red velvet in the beginning, but it's not. It's a jelly cake. Jelly cake is special to me. And of course, Miss Thomasina, that's my grandmother. God rest her soul. Her maiden name was Moore. Her name was Thomasina Moore. A childhood friend of Suge, and around, they would have been around the same age. My grandmother passed away when she was 90. If you're looking at my profile picture on YouTube, the lady I'm standing next to, it's my grandmother. Again, God rest her soul. She was a wonderful, she was an angel. Anyways, though Suge had turned 88 and it looked to be 200 candles dancing, it only held 20 or so. A task that was nearly impossible when it came to lighting. Okay, I'll leave that. Maybe a flashback here, don't know. Maybe, yeah. It wasn't anything special about the jelly cake. No fancy writing, spelling out the name Suge in twirling cursive paste of sugar. No, there was nothing special at all. Not on the outside anyway. It had only been adorned with Thomasina's famous caramel rum glaze. And of course, 5 or so sliced pineapples. Also a favorite of Suge's. To Suge, 88 years had gone by like the wind, and as he stared at the candles while everyone sung the happy birthday song, memories of his youth ran through his head, just like a movie. Well, Suge, ain't you gonna blow out the candles? Said Henry. Henry, quit hurrying the man, Edna griped. Want me to blow them out? 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 To blow them out? Want me to blow them out? Asked Frederick Sr. Y'all just hold on one cotton picking minute, Suge growled. Boy, I'd be a fool to put you near any kind of flame. All that ethanol on your breath. You liable to blow all of us to smithereens. He added. Y'all just give me a minute while I get my thoughts together. At my age, I can't afford to go wasting wishes, you know? I can't go wasting wishes. Amen, said Mrs. Albertson, her eyes on a taunting rib. At this point, Suge's eyes were closed tight. It was apparent that raining thoughts were landing heavy. Some way or another, his mind had gone back to the alligator he had seen that day at the water hole. A wrinkling brow grew tighter with every passing second. "Now y'all back up a little so I can get some air," said Shook finally. With licking flames hovering over 20 plus melting candles, the smell of liquefying wax was in the air. The aromas, the laughter and smiles, they were all blended with anticipation. Taking in a deep breath, filling his lungs with oxygen, he held on a second or two before finally letting it all out. When he was done, all that had been left for the once illuminated cake was a fading smoke, giving proof that fire was once there. Okay, so this is in the purple here. That means this is unfinished. Afterwards, the parched man took a gulp of Edna's lemonade. One gulp that emptied the cup. He exhaled with relief and immediately remembered the taste. Okay. After all, he wanted a slice. After all, he wanted a slice. What? After all, who? After all, who wanted a slice was given a portion. Henry put the music back on, and to no one's surprise, Frederick Sr. stood from his seat. I thought he was still standing anyways. "Which one of you beautiful ladies want a boogie?" he said with a heavy slur. With everyone seated at different sections of the garage, some at the table, others at smaller fold-out tables. They all stared at the stumble as he stumbled around while shadow dancing with himself, searching for the beat, laughing momentarily, loud enough and with enough fake enthusiasm to seem not bothered by her drunken father. Lily sprung from her seat. It was her dad out there for everyone to judge. She hadn't seen him in years. It was the only dignified thing to do. She joined him, and together her and her father started what could have been the most embarrassing display of dancing. Embarrassing had they been the only two to be so bold. Coincidentally, or perhaps by the grace of God, Luther Vandross began singing about dancing with his father. Henry Wallace, maybe feeling the good vibes, or maybe not wanting to get outshined by his drunk friend, did something he'd never done. He approached his daughter, Sonia, and with a hand out, speaking gentlemanlike, he asked if he could have a dance. "Oh God, I'm gonna throw up," said Jacob. "Boy, you need to be taking notes," Mrs. Wallace said to her son. "Your father used to be a real player back in the day." "You mean back before cars were invented?" Let's say, you mean back before the internet? Before? You mean back before the internet? Seated next to Jacob, Frederick exploded with laughter. Freddie exploded with laughter. You can say what you want, but if it wasn't for him sweeping me off my feet, the other guy on the dance floor could have been your daddy. Jacob took a look at Frederick Sr. as he was struggling to keep in step with the beat and his dance partner. All right. You're joking, right? The boy asked his mother. Nope, she's serious, said Suge with a smile. The night went well for Suge having his birthday party. Alright. After the sudden death of her husband, Irvin. Oh, wow. I didn't just realizing I got my dad in this story too. Okay. Alright. Alright, so somewhere I gotta liven this thing up. The night went well for Suge having his birthday party. At the Wallace's was a tradition his sister Martha Louise had started 5 years ago before falling ill. No. Sister or mom? His mother. His mother, Martha Louise, had started 5 years ago before falling ill. After the sudden death of her husband, Irvin, and a year later, her mother, Irene. Her mother. She experienced a nervous breakdown. She fell into a deep depression. No one could bring her out of it. Alright, so now I gotta figure out. No one could bring her out of it. She'd lost weight, stopped being her normal chipper self. Only thing that seemed to work was the medication that the many doctors prescribed. Those pills were now necessary for everyday normal functionality. In the beginning, it seemed as though Martha Louise was making an amazing recovery. She began to talk again, eat. She even found strength to dance every now and then, a pastime in her younger years that she could not go without doing at the sound of music. The alligator woman is what they called her. It was a dance move where she'd go down rhythmically while on her knees. She would shimmy down. She would shimmy down rhythmically. She would shimmy all the way down. She would shimmy all the way down rhythmically. She would shimmy all the way down to the floor. Rhythmically. resting on her legs, resting, let me see, seated on her folded legs. She shimmy more with her knees folded. Seated on her legs. She'd shimmy more until her back touched. She would shimmy downward. I'm just thinking about this now because I completely forgot about all this, y'all. And I wanted to liven the story up some right now. But it's taking a while, so I gotta rethink some things. I'm gonna make this black and take it all the way to the top again. Alright, y'all, so it's been 29 minutes. I know right now the story is boring. It's boring right now. Nothing is going on, but I can assure you, I promise you, that by the time this is a book, by the time it is a book, it will keep your attention. It's guaranteed to keep your attention. I gotta get out of here. Gotta figure out what I gotta do for the day. But I appreciate you all for stopping by. This has been Bajillion 130. This is my 130th video. Let me know what y'all thinking. I made my picture smaller because I did another video and I forgot that it was smaller. So when I came on to do this video, I just left it there. You can see more of the screen now and less of me. And it's not about me. It's truly about the story. So I may leave it there, small, like this. Anyways, it's been 30 minutes. Till next time, y'all be blessed. This is Anthony L. Kelly. Till next time, hit that like, subscribe, share, write this way. Leave a comment. I'm out. And pray for me. I gotta start saying that. Pray for me. Pray for the story. Pray for all of my books. To sell. I gotta be more specific. To sell. I want my books to be movies. I want every last one of my books to be movies. Even the poetry book. I'm putting that on the record. Anyways, till next time, this is Anthony L. Kelly. Y'all be safe out there, and I pray for y'all too. Everybody who watches my video, I need to start doing that. Again, maybe I never did it, but I will start. Till next time, I'm out.